The Louisiana Technology Council consists of private sector membership of corporations that basically interact with all technologies across the state of Louisiana and working in concert in conjunction with educational initiatives, both in higher ed, STEM, and now STEAM programs.
What are we doing here today?
Today we're celebrating the 10th year of the Governor's Technology Awards, of which 5 recipients throughout the state of Louisiana were honored today in various fields of technologies.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 10th Annual Governor's Technology Awards sponsored by the Louisiana Technology Council. We are so honored to have each of you with us today. An event of this nature, as you can imagine, takes months of planning and a lot of generous support from our many sponsors.
The first award is for Outstanding Leadership in Technology. It's presented to an individual who has advanced the technology sector in the region, must have committed time or resources to benefit technology businesses in the region, or must have made a major personal contribution toward advancing the policies and/or the legislation supporting the growth of the technology industry in the region and the state, or the state. And the winner is Dr. Richard Kubik, Dean College of Engineering at Louisiana State University. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the doctor here. Dr. Kubik began his tenure as Dean of the LSU College of Engineering on June 1st, 2009. As Dean, he is the holder of the Burt S. Turner Chair in Engineering, served 6 years on the faculty in the School of Industrial Engineering at Purdue University, began his academic career as a faculty member in the College of Engineering and Computer Science at Wright State University. Dean Kubik serves as chairman of the Louisiana Engineering Dean's Council, a group dedicated to the advancement of secondary engineering initiatives, and also serves as Louisiana Technology Council's chairman for Technologies Committee. The second award is for Technology Educator of the Year, presented to a teacher or instructor, K through 12, public or private, higher educational institution, technical school, or training company, must be an outstanding example of information age educator, using current technologies to educate, motivate, and inspire students to develop careers in technology fields. The winner is Dr. Margaret Kilcoyne, Northwestern State University. A bit about Dr. Kilcoyne. She exemplifies an information age educator through her use of technology in the classroom, both online and actually face-to-face, in the advising field and in administration. Kilcoyne continues to inspire, motivate, educate students, faculty, staff alike to incorporate technology into all aspects of their lives, personal as well as professional. Dr. Kilcoyne has created an engaging learning environment by using many of today's latest and greatest technologies, such as Skype, WebEx, and JoinMe. All right, the third award is for Growth Technology Company or Organization of the Year. It's presented to a company or organization that demonstrates significant rate of growth over the past year. Growth rate may be demonstrated in revenue, products, services sold, and/or number of employees. So a few different criteria. The winner is Global Data Systems. A little bit about Global Data Systems. Established back in 1987, Global Data Systems Incorporated is recognized as a leading provider of networking and systems integration solutions with specialties that include cable and infrastructure, physical and logical security, voice, video, data collaboration, managed network services, data center, cloud computing services, everybody's in the cloud these days, data storage solutions, and of course, much, much more.
There are many great Louisiana-based technology companies, and it's truly an honor to even be placed upon the list. Our thanks to the Louisiana Technology Board for giving Global Data Systems this great honor, and I'm very proud as its CEO to accept it on behalf of all of us at Global Data Systems. This October marks 26 years since GDS's beginnings, and that includes many major technology changes over that period. It's a daunting task for any technology company to keep up with it. GDS has been fortunate to invest, train, reinvent, and change when needed to meet those needs and the demand of the market. My sincere thanks to the entire GDS team that made it possible.
The fourth award for Technology Product of the Year. Now, this is presented to product that, one, has a major impact in significant markets, two, has strong potential for sales growth beyond just the region, and or three, has potential to be a transforming technology for future innovation. And the winner is Cell Control. Tell you a little bit about Cell Control, the world's leading technology to stop distracted driving. I'm all about this. The award-winning technology eliminates the temptation to talk, text, email, and surf the web while driving, and is available for all vehicles ranging from compacts to tractor transport trailers. Cell Control is compatible with over 1,500 mobile handsets, tablets, handheld computers across all the leading domestic and international mobile service providers, as well as all current release MS Windows Business and ruggedized laptops. Cell Control's patented non-pairing Bluetooth-enabled technology is integrated directly with the vehicle's onboard electronics to determine the vehicle's state, and then linked to driver and or passenger mobile devices to implement usage policies immediately upon vehicle movement. Now, this approach is very unique from other GPS-based distracted driving apps that engage when the phone moves. Exactly. These apps also engage when the user of the phone are on a bus, a ferry, a limo, monorail, planes, taxis, trams, all places maybe you'd like to use the phone but then can't. That's why this is that much better. Representing and receiving this award on behalf of Cell Control, Robert Guba, CEO of Cell Control. The fifth and final award is for Best Application of Technology. It's presented to a company, educational, scientific, charitable institution, government agency, or authority or individual that has creatively applied technology in a manner that results in a meaningful developmental improvement in the areas of process, practice, service, and or support for the betterment of the region or the industry. The winner is Dr. E. Joseph Savoie with the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Dr. Joseph Savoie became the sixth president of the university there in the fall of 2008. Since his inauguration, he's been a strong, charismatic leader for the university, inspiring change and ensuring growth. Dr. Savoie received a doctorate in educational leadership and administration from Columbia University's Teachers College in the spring of 1995. Under the leadership of Dr. Savoie, UL Lafayette's research faculty and staff achieved the following technology distinctions. There's four of them. The first one, recognition by the National Science Foundation of UL Lafayette's Center for Visual and Decision Informatics as the nation's only NSF Center of Excellence in the area of big data. CVDI is the first such NSF center in the history of the state of Louisiana and is one of only 17 NSF-funded centers in computer science. The recognition builds on the university's reputation as a leading innovator in computer science education and research here in the United States. Number two, establishment of the Office of Distance Learning, which has earned the 2013 Sloan C. Award for Excellence in Faculty Development for Online Teaching. The award recognizes the university for the tremendous advances in online learning. UL Lafayette was noted for, quote, demonstrating exceptional leadership and real success in advancing online education. Thirdly, procurement and implementation of the university's first ever enterprise resource planning system under the leadership of the university's first ever chief information officer. And lastly, implementation of academic analytics software to ensure that the university maintains its quality and competitiveness through prudent data-driven investments in its education, research, and of course its public mission. The system will enable UL Lafayette to make strategic decisions to reduce costs, to protect quality, and to improve management, productivity, and transparency, all based on a single set of accurate facts and key performance indicators. Receiving this award on behalf of Dr. Joseph Savoie, Dr. Ramesh Kulura, the Interim Vice President of Research. Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, it has been an incredible amount of growth on both higher education and across all facets of education, including research and academics, as well as in business and industry, especially with the new business climate, the new tax reforms and incentives that we have for companies to call Louisiana home. We are seeing a great influx of companies into Louisiana, a great growth of companies from startup companies and spin-off companies in Louisiana, and universities and industry coming together like they've never before in creating extraordinarily new opportunities. And very pleased to say that UL Lafayette is at the front of that revolution in many ways. I mean, we have now a National Science Foundation Center of Excellence called an Industry University Cooperative Research Centers program that is bringing universities and industry together through the established leadership that the university has in computer science program, thanks to our partners at the Center for Advanced Computer Studies. So we have a great momentum in Louisiana in all things related to technology.
UL Lafayette has always emphasized technology, and we use technology in our instruction, and it's allowing a lot of students to pursue their education. We also work with industry, and the internship positions and the employment opportunities have been great for our students.
Company name is Global Data Systems. We design, sell, implement, and manage large networks.
What was your reaction when you won the award?
Well, it was really quite an honor, and I'm happy to be here today with the rest of the GDS team to accept it.
Technology plays a great role as far as the growth and expansion of K-12, healthcare, petrochem, and oil and gas industry. These are areas that we've been focused on, creating innovation to further business efforts associated with those verticals.
Self-control enables you to have mobile policy enforcement across multiple devices like laptops, handhelds, and other devices as to what you can or cannot do with a device when either a vehicle is in motion or some other action is determined. Specifically, it relates to distracted driving. So we can stop teens or employees from using a laptop while driving, texting and driving, doing Facebook while driving. So our technology creates a safer environment within the cabin of a car.
What is your reaction to winning the award?
Oh, we're ecstatic. You know, I mean, I think Louisiana is going through a renaissance right now with technology coming in and emerging within the state, and we're glad that we were able to build our business with, you know, everybody from the Louisiana school system here, and participate in some of this renaissance taking place.
Basically, we use technology in our classroom. We have things like Jing, where I can video record their actual presentations and then let the students watch themselves as they present. I can also take Jing and mark up documents for them and tell them exactly what needs to be changed or what's really good about their documents, and then they can hear me and also see the document that we have uploaded with the corrections on it. So that's one of the things we try to do, is get them excited about technology, want to go into the technology field and use all the wonderful technology that's available to them.
Well, I think, of course, it's been expansive and extensive in recent years, and we feel as though Northwestern's played a prominent role in that in the state of Louisiana. But I think that you're going to find that technology in the workplace, technology in elementary, middle, and secondary schools, and especially technology in higher education is going to be even more prominent in the future.
Working closely with Louisiana Technology Council and the other universities and Louisiana Economic Development to help make Louisiana a powerhouse in technology and industry.
What is the importance of technology both on the college campus and in business and industry?
It's a fundamental driver of the future of our state.
Okay. And your reaction to everything you've seen and heard here today?
It's extremely exciting and encouraging that Louisiana is becoming the technology capital.
Louisiana Economic Development. One of the first transformative legislative acts of this administration passed in partnership with the state legislature was the creation of the Louisiana Innovation Council. The council is comprised of successful entrepreneurs, state legislators, higher education leaders, and economic development professionals. The mandate for the LIC is to develop policy and legislative recommendations that would accelerate the development of a dynamic innovation ecosystem that builds upon the state's traditional industrial strengths in energy and petrochemicals while growing companies in emerging growth sectors. Believing that a good job is the best anti-poverty measure, Louisiana Economic Development has set an ambitious target of 38,000 net new jobs created annually in the state of Louisiana during each of the next 20 years. Job growth at this 38,000 annual level would enable Louisiana to surpass her historical job growth and match the job growth projections of our aspiration states, those being Georgia, North Carolina, and a certain state immediately to our west. And as part of this job growth effort, LED retained McKinsey & Company nearly 5 years ago to help LED identify those sectors and industries that were anticipated to grow significantly enough to support such a needed job expansion. The identified sectors became known then as the blue ocean sectors. Nearly a half-decade later, LED has learned a lot about those sectors, now known as emerging growth sectors. LED has refined its focus on those sectors based upon anticipated job growth within these sectors, the state's unique competitive strengths, effects of the Great Recession, the real experience of wooing companies to relocate here, and broader macroeconomic changes experienced within these sectors during these intervening years. Today, while committed to opportunistic expansion in the original 12 emerging growth sectors, LED has narrowed its focus to 5 emerging growth sectors. These sectors are 1, digital media and enterprise software, 2, coastal and water management, 3, clean technology, specifically renewable energy and energy efficiency, 4, advanced manufacturing, specifically automotive, shipbuilding, chemical manufacturing, and finally, next generation oil and gas. Each of the aforementioned sectors is supported by a dedicated business development executive within LED. To augment our efforts, last year, LED retained Battelle Memorial Institute to develop a research and innovation asset inventory of Louisiana's major research universities to understand how the intellectual and research assets in our universities align with industry expectations for research institutions in each of these emerging growth fields. I cannot emphasize enough how important post-secondary education is to our economic growth and development. At the end of the day, if post-secondary education is not a partner, then we have failed. It's just as simple as that. We believe that higher ed, economic development, these startup companies are incredibly helpful in making sure that we grow the technology ecosystem. I mean, the young people here are really the reason why we're doing all this. We want to be able to make sure that once they finish college, they know that they can find great companies, great jobs, and great opportunities right here in the state. Our message is very simple. We've got to work together, and together we can make this happen.
A few weeks ago or months ago, I was at a to-be-unnamed university gathering of boring administrators and presidents like myself, and I'm sitting around the table and I'm listening to this conversation that sadly I had heard too many times in the 20 years that I've been doing this, and the conversation went something like this. These businesses and industry think that I'm there to train workforce. I'm here to impart higher learning to these students and to teach them to be, global citizens. I'm not here to train them for the workforce. And I sat there and I thought to myself, I wonder what % of your students actually graduate without needing a career and a job. I mean, what % could that be? And I'm here to say that as the president of the University of Louisiana system, I reject the notion that imparting global and lifelong learning to the student is mutually exclusive with giving them the tools that they need to be able to have a meaningful career that supports their family and contributes to the competitiveness of the state. Those two things are not mutually exclusive, and in our system, we actually believe it is not only our responsibility to do that, but it is our pleasure to do both of those things. Today, we're going to show you an initiative that I could not be more excited about. I've spent most of my career thinking about student success, and when I think about student success, to me, it does not just mean retention and graduation rates, as important as that is. It means, as I said earlier, preparing these students, and not only preparing the students, but leading the way, giving them the pathways to be able to find much earlier in their career that career pathway that will take care of their families and in the future. So with that, I'm going to introduce you to MyEDU and show you this very exciting initiative that we will be embarking upon.
Thank you, Dr. Woodley. Before I get started, I want to give a couple thanks. I want to first thank Dr. Woodley. MyEDU and the University of Louisiana system have really an amazing partnership, and I'm going to dive into that a little bit during my presentation. But MyEDU is here really to help the 90,000 plus students in the University of Louisiana system manage college, tell their story in a more effective way, and then connect with the great employers that are here today as part of LTC and this award ceremony, and employers across the state. So really appreciate you spearheading this and really driving student outcomes, and your students, thank you. But also like to thank LTC. MyEDU, we are very proud to be the title sponsor this year. We're very proud to be a member of LTC, and we're very committed to growing our membership here in Louisiana and working with the great companies in Louisiana to connect students to employers. And then lastly, I want to thank Quentin Messer. I think his remarks were spot on. And one of the things that resonated with me was his remarks around the importance of post-secondary education and that link to economic development, and how we must invest in post-secondary education, help the students of tomorrow tell their story, and really rise to the challenge that will face this state and this country for years to come. And so with that, I want to dive a little bit into MyEDU for just a couple minutes. So we are actually, MyEDU is a small company, only 18 of us, and our mission is to help students manage college, tell their story, and connect them with great job opportunities across this state and across the nation. We have about 1.2 million student members and hundreds of companies that use our platform to reach the students across the country. Okay? So I wanted to give you an example of what does a MyEDU profile look like from a student's perspective. And I thought the best way to do that is to actually show you a MyEDU profile and to show how students and employers connect on our platform. So here is Chris Ross. And Chris Ross is a University of Texas at Dallas computer science student who is conversational in Spanish, who's advanced in Java, and has extracurricular activities like the American Red Cross. What we've heard from employers is that fit is very important. Skill set, what did you learn in and out of the classroom is critical to making that hire. To say, yep, you're hired for that internship or for that full-time position. And what we've developed, among many things at MyEDU, is a very comprehensive skills engine so students can tell their story in a unique way that an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper doesn't showcase. And in this case, a computer science student can say, yep, they're advanced in Java, a very popular programming language that's in demand. And they're showcasing this skill with projects, courses that they've taken in their academic journey, and a piece of work experience. And so this is just one of many ways that students really start telling their story on our platform and showcasing the skills that they've learned in and out of the classroom. The second thing I'd like to highlight is how employers reach students earlier in their academic journey. Employers come to me, and I run the career side of MyEDU, so I'm very passionate about this, especially student outcomes. They come to me and they say, how can we reach freshmen and sophomores earlier, bring them into our internship program, and really test their skills and knowledge to see if they're a good fit for our company before we hire them for that full-time position. And this is a great way for a company that is actually on our platform, AT&T, to brand themselves and reach students earlier in their academic journey, which is very critical in terms of making that key hire. And then the third piece I'd like to highlight is a tool that we make available to employers called Talent Search. And Talent Search literally allows employers to search the talent on MyEDU. We have over 500,000 rich student profiles. And I just did a search here for computer science majors, and we have over 13,000 computer science majors using our platform, managing college, and really connecting with employers. And you can see the snapshot of a student profile right on Talent Search. So with that, I'd like to again thank all of you for attending. We have on everyone's chair a little pamphlet around MyEDU. Again, we're a small company, but we, like Quentin mentioned, we believe that we can change. We can really change how employers and students connect and really drive student outcomes in terms of employment, opportunities for not only Louisiana, but across the country. So thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate it.